talked about climate change 25 years ago. It was something that was going to happen out there in the future. How do we make that real in 1,000 different ways? We need to get on the train. If you can see how far we've been left behind by countries in Europe and Scandinavia and in other parts of the world, we aren't even in the picture. And I think unless we do that, then we're going to be just so much at the receiving end of other people's second-hand and third-hand ideas.
So I started trying to learn about how to bring the local experiential knowledge into the planning process and how to bridge that with the expert knowledge of all the various experts who are involved in planning for climate change and adaptation.
We have these farmers walking around with these extremely expensive scanners. They're like big digital Star Trek-y type things, learning about space and temperature. And suddenly they start understanding the implications of different packaging material, different material that they use in the construction of sheds, and suddenly the spark comes on.
I believe a lot in small incremental change. I'm very suspicious and skeptical about big dramatic changes that usually replace the people at the top, but don't necessarily replace the practices.
So we took this tool to 8 communities around Prince Edward Island, where we were able to increase people's knowledge about coastal erosion, to increase their concern about it, but most importantly, to increase their willingness to adapt.
Part of doing that was dealing with the local community and trying to access some land that we could put these wind turbines on. So 4 of the 5 are actually on government crown land. That wasn't so hard to deal with. But the 5th was a private individual, farmer, fisherman from up in the area. And he had some land that suited us, and we talked about, a price, which we negotiated fairly quickly, and he talked about where he saw that money going, which most included his grandchildren and education and whatnot for them. And I must say, once a year, one of my favorite visits is back with Lee and his wife and giving him that check.
So on the last day of our first meeting, a colleague from St. Lucia, kind of quiet, and he looked around and he said, I'm not sure about this name, Many Small Voices. I said, I don't think I'm small. I don't think we're small. So we're strong. We're many strong voices. And then around the table, everybody started, yeah, that's right, we're strong. And so the name got changed. And it reflects very well, I think, on what people are trying to do.